That is the thing. Now, politically, one could argue that Arvind Kejriwal has been pushed into a corner because you can allege whatever you want against an agency, you can call their summons illegal, not attend, but you can't do that against a court. And surely you would now be expected to put on record legally. What is your argument for not appearing before the ED so far? The agency could argue that it has been patient. In fact, Ashwani Dube, I want to come to you. I read out what the plea of the ED was, and it's a pretty strong plea. You know, they've basically said Arvind Kejriwal has been making lame excuses. This was with an intention to just not appear. There were grounds on which, frivolous grounds on which that he was arguing not coming. Don't stand. And I read out what the court order is also saying, that prima facie offence under section 174, section 204 are applicable. And therefore, they've naturally asked the person concerned to appear to present their case. What are the options, if any, available before Arvind Kejriwal now?
Thank you, Shivani, for having me here. Shivani, it's an ongoing investigation where many people are already in jail. And Shivani, when any agency, the law of the land says that when any agency wants any either individual or any authority to investigate during the investigation of a matter to appear before the agency, that person is bound. And being the chief minister, having on such a constitutional post, the responsibility is much more than any individual. It's not the first time. For first, second, third, fourth, fifth summons have been issued. And if anyone is aggrieved by the process, then there are courts. One can challenge the summons to the court of law and may get it declared as a null and void, saying that, look, you don't have authority to issue a summons. So far as the powers are concerned, power of any investigator, including the prime investigating agency enforcement directorate, is well versed. That has been upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court in one of the judgment that look in
on the issue of summons, you must have heard what Arvind Kejriwal's argument is. Has this come up before courts in the past? Is there any judgment that the current court could rely on? Because Arvind Kejriwal's argument has been that these are illegal summons. He has questioned the intention plus the due process followed by the ED.
The process is only issue summons and to ask any person to appear and to depose the answers asked by any agency. And so far as the issuing summons and powers of ED are concerned, that has been given in the Act, PMLA Act section 50, which says that they can issue summons either as an accused or either an witness to ask to depose either as an accused or the witness. So here, if he is avoiding summons, then there are two processes. Either he should challenge the summons, and there is no law which can declare any summon to be invalid unless it has been issued by mistake or unless it has been issued to a third person.
So there is not a certain pattern or a certain format that the summon has to be in. I think that has been what Aam Aadmi Party's contention has been.
The formats are already there. ED, the formats of any, either the police format or the CBI format or ED formats, notice or the court's format. The formats have been laid down and there is one format only. Only thing is they have to mention that what is the time, what is the date, which is the place. And it is not the first time. This is the fifth time summons have been issued. So very first day he should have gone there instead of crying for the political vendetta. Because you remember, it is a case which is being investigating where under the private individual civil service deputy, opposed the liquor policy. And that too, at that point of time when COVID was there and the policy came into picture, then many people are there languishing in the jail, and courts have still not termed that offence to be based on the political vendetta.
Right.
Relying on the investigation of the
I want to understand from you very quickly, now that the court has issued summons, and I think the difficulty for Arvind Kejriwal could be, I don't know how he views it, but could be that he's been asked to appear in person. So, are there any options before the Chief Minister to say, okay, I'm not coming in person, but I will send my response to you, or what are the options?
So, he can ask, but see, it's the court order. Not going there, court may issue the warrant. Court may ask the enforcement directorate that, look, this person disobeyed my order and it's a criminal case, so warrant are hereby issued. So warrant, if either he should challenge this order before the appellate court. Appellate court may either say that look, order is bad in law, therefore we are quashing it, or we are upholding it. Or if he does not appear on the February 17th, court may ask the enforcement directorate to issue the warrants. This is the process. This is which is involved in any criminal jurisprudence, in criminal law. This is a
So
process.
this is where the difficulty is, Vandana Sinha. You know, both procedurally now, you can't be seen to be dilly-dallying. You have to make yourself available. A court summon is not the same as an agency summon. And secondly, politically also, you cannot be seen as dithering on appearing. Chief Minister, if anyone, has even greater responsibility to uphold the law and to cooperate.
Shivani, as I already said, it's not like that when we have received the summon, we have properly respond to the summon, asking ED to send a proper summon, and the summon which has been issued by the court, it's just a summon. So definitely we are going to respond it. If it is required, Arvind Kejriwal must appear before the court. Secondly, it's a summon which has been issued on the plea, which has been submitted by the ED itself. We also have to explain how the summon was not as per the law, how it was arbitrary, how it was illegal. So the summon which has been issued on the plea, which has been, the submission has been made by the ED. Now the court has to hear Arvind Kejriwal too. Then only the court can be come into a conclusion, because this is very early to comment, because summon can be issued on the basis of any allegations made by any party. So definitely the summon has been issued. So we are going to reply it. We will obey the court orders. We never disobeyed the court order.
But before I go to Anuja, Vandana ji, wouldn't you accept that this is worse than, let's say, if you believed so strongly that the summons were illegal, you should have gone to court. You should have had the upper hand and gone to court and say these summons are illegal, please quash them against me, or ask the ED to furnish the summons in a better way, in the proper way that we believe hasn't been followed. Now what has happened is the ED has taken the Chief Minister to court.
See, every time, because we followed all the rule, all the law, all the procedure, every time we ask the ED to send a proper summon to us.
Ma'am, can I just say, if you followed every process, every rule, every procedure, the court wouldn't have said that prima facie there is evidence of the fact that you were refusing to appear illegally. This is a criminal case.
No, it's. I mean, like the ED, first ED has to, because how we are going to appear before the ED if ED has not sent a proper schedule which contains all the information, whether we have to appear as an accused, we have to appear as a witness, or we have to, what documents we have to bring. It is the procedure. It is a procedure, and the ED also have to follow everything.
Okay, all agencies keep saying this is not required. I just asked Satyendra ji, I will give him one more opportunity. But Anuja, you want to respond very quickly. Politically, does this strengthen your argument?
I really don't understand what Aam Aadmi Party is trying to create, this mockery of their own party. And I would just say, why would the court will give the ED summons? It is the ED who has to give the summon. It is the job of the agency, of the investigation agency. And what is proper summon? I really don't understand this line of what is the proper summon and how many precedents can you give me right now? Ma'am, please. Ma'am, please be quiet, ma'am. Ma'am, please be quiet.
One by one, please. One by one, please.
What is the proper summon, and how do you get a proper summon, and how many people till now, till date, in so many years, ED has given summon and CBI has given summon to so many. How come Arvind Kejriwal is above that? And there are people who have gone on the investigation. A common man has gone, even a chief minister has gone, and there are people in various areas who have gone and the summons and got into investigated. So why Arvind Kejriwal is such a special darling for all the people? I would like to answer a question on 2nd November, if this was such a big issue for you and you are questioning the ED, what is it, on which basis you try to evade the agencies? Because Supreme Court has said that there is a trial of rupees 338 crore. That is why Sanjay Singh is not out. So you have to talk about that too. And
One
now
by
they
one.
have
One
also
second.
said that
One
ED,
second.
they have
Today's